Hello everybody and welcome back to the next of the Blue Mage quests. As you can see, we are back in our Blue Mage gear. I just felt that if I'm going to be finishing these quests here, I might as well look good doing it. Okay, the quest is The Real Folks Blues. Latuja is doing a fine job of holding the forts in Martyn's absence.
Claire learned Glower, yes. Then Claire succeeded, just as Martyn said. Latuja will tell Martyn.
You did it, Claire. You've done me proud, and that's not the only cause for celebration. I received a message saying that Walaquee was as good as his word. The medicine worked and the Walaquee are saved. Martyn, I've been looking everywhere for you. Sida? How did you get here? Never mind that. I have something urgent to tell you. Claire, this is Sida, the Walaquee's Chirurgeon I told you about. He learned to speak the common tongue of Eorzea and... Will you listen? It's Walaquee. He brought the medicine and everyone with the disease has been cured. But he wasn't content to simply give it to us. He's used it to lay claim to Lapis Canyon. But why would he... Of course, the ceruleum. Lapis Canyon is sacred ground, and glows a bright blue because of all the ceruleum beneath the surface. That bastard was after it from the beginning. He must be at the processing plant. Come on, Sida, let's go.
Martyn, stop. Very quick for a man who lie in bed for many days. Can Claire go with them? I worry that Martyn bite off more than Martyn can swallow. Or is that chew? As far as Latuja knows, processing plant in northern Thanalan. Make sure Martyn does not do something stupid.
I knew it! I knew that there was something here!
Martyn never listened to Chirurgeon. Martyn never listened to anyone.
Yeah, but he's got a good heart. You can't deny that. I just knew it. I just knew that there was gonna be a twist here. Like the way he was talking to us before, like I want you to join my company. Like, really? I don't know. There was just something off about him. Now we know what. The Walaquee have lived in the light of Lapis Canyon for generations. We can't let it be destroyed by Walaquee's men. Why must he be so stubborn? You only gave them the medicine so you could steal Lapis Canyon. Steal? Don't speak to me like some common thief. I won't deny that obtaining the ceruleum was my primary concern, but we signed an agreement. It's all perfectly legal, I assure you. You know full well that the elders can't read Eorzean. You told them that if they didn't sign the contract, they couldn't have the medicine. And besides, your laws don't apply to the Walaquee. Even so, I expect your elders to honor the promise they made, legally binding or not. Perhaps you have forgotten that the medicine was paid for and produced by my company. Before the negotiations began, I had already spent vast amounts to manufacture a large enough shipment to treat everyone. I saved your tribe from annihilation, and this is how you repay me? I've given you all a second chance to lead healthy, productive lives. You took advantage of our suffering so that you could plunder the thing most precious to us. Since the time of my ancestors, Lapis Canyon had been at the center of our beliefs, of everything we do. Beliefs? Come now, don't be absurd. The blue substance you call the lifeblood of the planet is ceruleum, a type of fuel. It's not doing any good just sitting there underground. Once I open a mine in Lapis Canyon, I hope to employ the Walaquee, offering you all an opportunity to earn a proper wage. When you realize what you've been missing all this time, you'll soon forget about your superstitions. That's terrible. How dare you? Who are you to call them superstitions? This is their way of life, and all you want to do is destroy it for the sake of your own greed. I'm doing more for the Walaquee than you ever will. I'm giving them a chance to build a better future for themselves. They can either be part of the modern world or be left behind. That's not your decision to make. What about the medicine? That was a product of Eorzean society. Without it, they'd all be dead. And another thing, my investor funded its production for a share of the profits from my New World enterprise. Darlings, there's no need to squabble. Hello, Royce. I admit it, I'm Weistrard's backer. It all started when I told him about Martyn's plan to save the Walaquee from the epidemic. You see, the prospect of trading with the New World sounded rather promising, though this is the first I've heard of a cerulean mine. Expanding into new regions often leads to resistance from the locals, but this is far beyond what I was expecting. Weistrard, I don't like being kept in the dark. I'm seriously considering withdrawing from our deal. That said, I can see this being a worthwhile venture, providing that the Walaquee are not being exploited, but I also agree with Martyn that their way of life should not be disrupted. As you can see, this leaves me with a difficult choice. Which is why I propose that the two of you settle this in the arena. Weistrard, you're a blue mage yourself, correct? I am indeed, though I should warn you, Martyn was never a match for me, even before he was chewed up and spat out by one of your pets. Oh boy, I see where this is going. Then perhaps it's time for his apprentice, Azoro II, to make her grand debut. I can picture it now, the ultimate clash of blue magic. The loyal disciple of the great Azoro faces a mysterious challenger to determine who is the superior spellcaster. If Claire wins, I'll cut off my funding for the Lapis Canyon project and the lands will return to their original owners. And if Weistrard is victorious, Martyn must act as intermediary for the Walaquee and persuade them to agree to the development. Royce, you can do what you like with that money of yours, but you can't expect me to go along with this. For such old-fashioned sort of fellow, Martyn seems to forget that disputes such as these have been decided by combat since ancient times. I, for one, have no objections. Count me in. What about the Walaquee? They should be the ones to decide their own fate, not us. You're right, Martyn, but we have a similar tradition. When two sides cannot reach an agreement, a representative from each takes part in a contest of strength. Ideally, one of my people would be chosen, but we are in Eorzea, and I have no choice but to ask you to participate on our behalf. So, will you do it, Claire? I'll fight for what is right. I'll fight for Martyn. What am I getting myself into? Yeah, that is a good question. What are you getting yourself into? But we'll just say, I'll fight for what's right. Very gallant of you, my dear. The crowd will lap this up. First things first, let's get you two into your costumes and take a look at that magic of yours. I want to know what my audience will be getting when the big day arrives. Come along. Aw, poor guy. Could be worse, though. You are not the one who's fighting here. Right, so let's head back to Udal. So if we win, then a tribe on the other side of the ocean will get to continue to live their way in peace. If we lose, then they lose everything. Yeah, no pressure or anything. But seriously, why don't people just want to settle things in court anymore here? I mean, I'm no fan of going to court or anything, but seriously. I mean, no jury in this land will agree to these terms. I mean, come on. please, you must defeat Wystrot. He's a cruel, heartless man, so don't show him any mercy. Ooh. Bloody hells, how do we let Royce talk us into this?
Thank you for bringing Martyn back to Udal. Latuja glad he unharmed, but he is in very strange mood. Latuja want to know what is going on. Why Martyn say nothing about Walaquee disease? Why he do everything alone? Most times Gahi Ja thinks Martyn very clever, but this time Martyn very stupid indeed.
Oh, I agree with that one, my friend. What do you have to say for yourself? I've always liked you, Claire, so it's a shame I'll have to give you a damn good thrashing in front of all those people. I have a lot at stake, so don't expect me to hold anything back. Yeah, well, we'll see. Once you both change into your new costumes, I'll see you in the arena. This way, my darlings. So we finally get to set foot in the Mass Carnival. Wait, what? It's empty. No cheering fans or anything? Claire, my dear, are you ready? Here we go. Aw, she looks great! I think I've said this before, but blue is definitely her color. Yeah! Oh, I think we might have overdone it.
But you missed. No, Gaheja, not think so.
Wonderful, my dear. It seems a new hero is born. Now it's Wystruck's turn. Pay close attention to the costume, darlings. It's my finest creation yet. What'd you do? Holy... That's a costume? I think that expression just said it all.
Such power.
Yeah, I think we might be in trouble. The dread warlock who transcends dimension of time and space, Azumaga.
Why must I be the villain?
It's all part of the act, my dear. What could be more thrilling than an epic struggle between good and evil? You mean to tell me that Wyskart is inside that thing? And why's he floating? For dramatic effect, of course. If you must know, it's a cerulean levitation device. Surprisingly cheap, too. Apparently there isn't much practical application for the ability to float a few M's off the ground. Oh, I would love one of those in real life. I'm still not convinced it's entirely necessary, and the costume is rather more flamboyant than I would have liked. But if I'm going to do this, I may as well enjoy myself. I'll show the audience what real blue magic looks like. That's what I like to hear. It's sure to be a performance they'll never forget, right here at the Masked Carnival. Not to put too fine a point on it, Claire, my dear, but I think you'll benefit from some practice before starring in the main event. Train all you want, it will make no difference. Lapis Canyon is mine. I think he's getting a little too into this. I still can't believe this is happening. Don't let Wystrox intimidate you. I know you can beat him. Claire's glower, very painful. Not refreshing either. Only painful. Sorry about that, buddy. Okay, so... doesn't look like we have too much to go off of here. I mean, we have a lot of spells that we learned already, but... I mean, we look like we're less than halfway there, so... I'm just going to change this around real quick. Okay, so I think I have all the spells that I want to use. I'd say you're ready to take part in the Masked Carnival, although I'd recommend testing your skills against less challenging opponents before facing Azumanga. I have gathered quite the menagerie of exotic beasts, but you should choose with care. We try to call an end to the performance before either side incurs any serious injury, but as Martyn will attest, accidents can happen. Once you feel confident in your abilities, say the word and I will grant you and Azumanga the opportunity to settle this feud. Until then, fight well, but don't do anything rash. I might struggle to find another replacement Blue Mage. That Royce, she's a real piece of work, ain't she? I suppose if I'd seen this coming, we wouldn't be in this mess. It's up to you now, Claire. He's right. If only I hadn't been damn near killed in that bloody show, I could have dealt with him myself. Well, I'd like to think I have stand a chance of winning, but he was always the better mage. To be honest, though, I think you got a real talent for blue magic. In fact, you shouldn't be scared of Wystrock. He should be scared of you. With the right spells, I reckon you'll be able to take him down a peg or two. Now get out there and show him what you're made of. Oh, boy. You overdid it. Oh, look at me getting all worked up like that. I better head back before the Kyrujan realizes I'm gone. Hopefully I'll be allowed out of the infirmary to watch some of your performances, though. Best of luck, Claire. Great, so we have everything, so there's just one last thing for us to do. The Masked Carnival is unlocked. The Masked Carnival has been unlocked. To participate, speak with the Celestium attendant in Onyx Lane. Okay, so we have to beat the dirty, rotten Azumanga. And once we beat them, then we get this really cool staff. Okay, so the last quest is turning over a blue leaf, so we'll be sure to keep that in mind. I first met Martyn when he came to live with us, along with Wystrock. While they were both committed to their research, they always helped around the village however they could. Oh, it seems so long ago now. Martyn has hardly changed at all since then, but Wystrock, it saddens me deeply to think of what he has become. Please, you must make him see sense. No problem, pal. Okay, so here we go. We got the mage attire. Of course, we already know what we're going to look like in it. Here we go, yeah! Looking amazing! Okay, so I think we'll cut it there, and I'll get back to you for the next and final quest after we beat Azumlaga. So I hope you'll join me then.